All right, Birkot HaShachar. We shall continue our journey through our morning. Last week we did the bracha of She'asali kol tzorki, right? Who has provided me with all my needs. We begin the morning knowing my needs are going to be covered. I have bitachon. We connected it to, we explained all the sefirot, and we said this is connected to the lowest triple of Netzachot and Yesod. We made an interesting comment about Malchut and kingship, which I want to make an addition. We talked about how sometimes marriage problems have to do because the queen doesn't communicate and we have to guess. It also happens sometimes she does communicate and we just don't listen. So I just want to put it officially on the statement. You can choose which one you care. Usually it's both. Okay, and today we'll move on to the next bracha. Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam, ozer Yisrael b'gvura. Who girds? How do you say this? Girds Yisrael with might. B'gvura, with strength, with might. Now, in the most simplest sense, here we're thanking Hashem for being able to put on our belts. Talked about shoes, right? She'asali kol tzorki has to do with shoes, and this is belts. Exciting, right?
You're talking about like a girdle or just a belt?
Both, either. The belt is also like a girdle. Yeah, you wearing a belt?
I am.
It's okay. Now, in previous times, people would use like tunics and almost like a dress. Mm-hmm. Men would be wearing pajamas, but one-piece pajama. Yeah. Men would wear also one-piece pajamas. And there were different reasons why to put on a belt. Number one, so it doesn't like fly up and reveal something that shouldn't be revealed. I mean, that was the normal reason. From our perspective, we know that the heart shouldn't see your nakedness while you pray. Which is why to pray you need a girdle. Or you need again, today we have a belt. That's why there's a lot of people, non-Hasidic people, who don't wear girdles, but they have a belt. Or they have underwear that has an elastic band that is like a belt. So technically everybody wears a girdle. So if you would have a Sephardi wearing a tunic, he would probably put on a girdle. Because he's wearing underwear and maybe even a belt, then from the letter of the law, you're already covered. Your heart cannot see your nakedness, and hence you don't need a girdle.
They still wear those tunics in Sephardim, like I think they used to wear it like in Morocco in those countries.
Not Morocco.
Where did they wear them?
I don't know. My mom is from Morocco. They dress normally.
Oh.
I don't know. There might be a country where they do it, but
I saw like pictures in a book.
It's like when I tell people, not here in South Florida, but when I was up north. I'm from Venezuela. Oh, how's the jungle? Says, what jungle? Yeah. It's a normal place. So people think, oh, you're South America. It must be like, indigenous people making weird sounds and walking naked around the street. It says, no.
I didn't know he was some Latin reader. I better watch it.
Okay. Now, the belt is associated with gevura, with strength. Also because where would you put your weapons? On your belt. Yeah. There was nowhere, you don't have pockets. You don't have fancy holsters like they have today. Right. You can even buy a kapota, the kapota.
Yeah, right.
The guy who sold me my kapota, he has another version of it that has a gun holster. Nice. For your kapota. You like that?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Concealed carry in your kapota. It's more concealed than usual. Anyways. I don't have, my kapota doesn't have a holster, and I don't have what to put in the holster anyway, so unless I want to put a plastic knife from Costco in my holster. But where would people put their weapons? In their belt. So the belt is associated with Gevura. Also, the Abu Draham explains that the belt is very close to the body and it ties it down, and it represents our continuous connection with Hashem in a way that it can be broken, and this becomes our strength, our Gevura, our loyalty to Hashem and the strength that it gives us. So that's just a different way of seeing it. Now, going back to the idea of separating the body, so part of the idea of the gartel is you're separating the lower part of your body from the upper part of your body, the lower faculties from what makes us more human, our intellect, even our emotions, even though sometimes our emotions are animalistic, but our emotions can also be refined compared to an animal. Sometimes, yeah. And so we're trying to strengthen Gevura, to strengthen our mental and our purity of heart by separating between the two. Now, there are people from other religions, which I won't mention officially, they put a gartel like on here, yeah? Because they're separating their impure parts from their pure parts. Anyways.
Wasn't aware of that.
It's supposed to be a joke.
Oh, got it.
Our cousins from Ishmael, they put something in here because that's the only pure part is this, the rest is.
Oh, got it.
It's a joke, don't get offended. Okay.
I think that's
Not in, Moroccans are amazing. Moroccans have been amazing. Okay. Just like we say in Pirkei Avot, Ezeu Givor Hakovesh et Yitzro. I thought you guys knew this by heart. 4th chapter, not this week, next week. Who is strong? Whoever conquers his Yetzer Hara. The strong guy is not the guy who goes to the gym and can lift a lot of weight. He's strong physically, but the real strong guy is the guy who has an idea in his head that he really wants to do, and he's been pushed to do and pushed to do and pushed to do, and he says, no, I'm not doing it. He conquers his Yetzer Hara. That's the real strong guy. So this bracha is reminding us early in the morning that we have the strength to conquer the Yetzer Hara and get over any temptation that we have during the day. We are able to say no, at least today. We are not able perhaps to kill our Yetzer Hara and get rid of it, but we are able to say no, I'm not doing this, or yes, I'm not listening to you and I am doing this. This is also why this bracha mentions Israel, Oser Yisrael Bigbura. The other brachas are things that are common amongst all human beings. But once we get to this bracha, we put our belt for a very different reason than what other people put their belts, based on what we just learned. The shoes is the same. So we put the shoes to get our needs. So everybody does this. But if you're putting your belt to separate your higher part from your lower part, to realize that you have the strength to this is your seat. Nobody has taken it since you left. No. That you have the strength to conquer Yetzer Hara, that's a very different reason of why the regular world puts on a belt and why we put on a belt or a gartel. Yeah? And then I'm just going to mention this to officially mention it, but I want to take the last half of the class to drive this point home. But first I'll mention this because it's connected. Bienvenido Jaime. Connected to what we just said last week, we said that these next three brachas, this is the second one, has to do with one of the triples of Sefirot. And this one has to do with the triple Sefirot called Chesed, Gvura, Tiferet. Because we're trying to get control of what we are attracted to or repulsed by. Am I going to listen to Yetzer Hara that is trying to get me attracted to these things, or is trying to get me away from these things, or am I going to take control myself with my strength and say, no, I'm going to do the right thing? So this bracha has to do, again, I'll just mention it, with the makif, with the surrounding energy that has to do with this triple sfirot. And that way we can do mitzvot with an appreciation for what they are and actually feeling them, because Chesed, Gvura, Tiferet are the main emotions of the seven sfirot. Now, imagine you are an Uber driver. Yes?
Okay.
You get to your stop, guy gets in, says, I'm very late. I need to get to the airport. For whatever reason, I need you to move it. So, okay. Move it. So I'll go as fast as I can. So you're driving and you're getting up to this light. The light turns yellow and you are, 200 yards. Oh, not 200 yards. 50 yards from the thing. Is okay. It says, floor it, get out. We need to go. Go take it right. Past this guy. Now this guy's loud. This guy is bothering you, right? But who's in control of the car?
Driver. Me.
I thought you were the guy behind. No, the
What?
driver.
With that attitude?
The driver is in control, right?
It's supposed to be, right?
The other guy is yelling at you, and unless he's going to jump on you and move the wheel, you are in control. Now, it's very annoying. You could think the Yetzer Hara is like this. And the first step, the really first step to be able to strengthen yourself and do the right thing, is to realize that the situation is compared to the Uber driver situation. Because sometimes we think it's just me driving and me yelling at myself, take the light. What do you mean the Yetzer Hara? I don't see him. It's me. I want this. I want to eat this bacon cheeseburger with whatever else. Or maybe without cheese, at least.
I have my own budget.
No. If you listen, it's the opposite.
Okay.
You are not your own Yetzer Hara. The Yetzer Hara is sitting behind you.
Backseat. Right. You're supposed to.
The Yetzer Hara is screaming at you. So the first thing you need to do is you need to separate. If you don't separate, you're just going to feel bad. Just, why do I want this? Well, maybe you have a guy screaming at you.
That's a good analogy.
Now, Winston Churchill, you know this guy? Winston Churchill, pretty good Prime Minister of the UK, England, helped bring down Mr. Hitler, Yimach Shemoy. He suffered from depression all his life. He was mistreated, I don't know exactly the details, by his father. And throughout his life, he drank a lot, he smoked a lot. And his autobiographer described his relationship with his depression as Churchill described it. Churchill said, everywhere I go, there's a little black dog next to me, doesn't stop barking. I'm in bed, the dog is there. I go to the bathroom, the dog is there. I'm in Downing Street, in a meeting with all the ministers, the dog is there, barking. Some days, I can't help but to listen to the dog and become depressed. Other days, at least I know, there's me and there's the dog. The fact that the dog is 24/7 with me, maybe you could get confused, but it's not me. I see, it's the dog. not me, right? So we are in the midst of a lifelong struggle with our little black dog or with a little passenger in the back who's going to scream at us. Unless you become a tzaddik, which is not up to you, and probably not happening for any of us, if I don't want to get your hopes up, you're going to have a little black dog all the time. Again, I don't want to, you can color it whatever you want. I'm saying the little black dog because that's what Churchill said, not because that's the correct color. It could be yellow, whatever. Now, who either read the book or watched the movie A Beautiful Mind?
Oh, yeah. With Russell Crowe, I think.
Yeah.
Russell Crowe. You know this story?
I think so.
John Nash, famous mathematician, father of game theory. He suffered from schizophrenia. He had hallucinations throughout his life. He imagined things that weren't there, and he didn't know they weren't there until that cost him a lot of trouble. Again, if you read the book or watch the movie, there's a lot of details, but the point is, he had to deal with this throughout his life. This cost him to get divorced, this cost him to lose his job, and it could have been the end of him. He went through shock therapy and a lot of stuff to try to fix it, but it didn't get fixed. Until he started to recognize what's real and what's not, or at least try. In the story, they said he realized, these people I'm looking at, like they don't age. So this guy or this little girl or they don't age. I've known them for 20 years and they're the same age. So he tried to find little things to figure out what was true and what was not. And right after he won the Nobel Prize for Economics for his work in game theory and other things, he came out probably the best day of his life. When you're a mathematician, this is like, you won the Nobel Prize. What's better than that? And right then, he started having hallucinations. And his wife, who had divorced him but had remarried him after he became better, and he had even gone back to teach after he became better, asked him, are you okay? Is everything okay? He looked around. He saw a lot of people that weren't there, but he told, yes, everything's fine. He wasn't lying. Was he able to cure his schizophrenia? No. But he was able to put on his gartel and say, that's not me. That's not real. Even though you came to attack me and make me crazy, I'm going to ignore you. So whether it's the little black dog or the little, they say it's a little devil, but you could put your face on it. It gets confusing because it has your face, the little Yetzer Hara. Your Yetzer Hara, well, you have Mark has a passenger in the back bothering you to go slower. Says, it's not in a hurry, go slower. Says, let me be, I want to go fast, right? Yeah. Whichever one it is, we should be able to separate the Gevura and understand. And we're reminded of this at the beginning of the day to know today probably there is a chance you're going to get attacked and pushed to do certain things. But realize, number one, that's not you. It's just something Hashem wants you to deal with. Number two, not only is it not you, you have the strength to say no. Put on your gartel and have a good day.
Very good.